Today we are going to show you the guidelines, requirements, and basically everything about being a parent.
Here we have a couple, Guadalupe and Eugene, new parents who want to learn about how to care for their baby.
Luckily, we are here to help them along the way.
First thing everybody should know is the dangers of STDs for the baby's health, and that some can be transmitted to the child.
There are many STDs that can be transmitted to the baby through the mother. Some, like herpes, gonorrhea, genital warts, Zika, NSU, NGU, and so forth.
Is there any way to get rid? Yes, there is. The only way to prevent these diseases from being transmitted are either to get rid of any STDs possible before pregnancy, or go to prenatal care and get injections that can prevent the STD from developing.
Depending on which STD the baby is infected with, it can either be fatal or slow down the process of growth in the baby. There are some STDs that they can live with, but it would be best if they got injections to get rid of them. We should move on to qualify for your license.
There are some things that can also get your license revoked, so be careful.
Having a criminal record can remove your license.
If one parent is an alcoholic,
If they're abusive to their child,
or if one parent is a drug addict.
if one parent has a mental illness.
If any major incidents happen due to irresponsibility, the license of the child may be revoked by the CPS, the Child Protective Services.
Okay, we've talked so much about getting your license removed. Now it should be a time to talk how to actually qualify to get one.
The age requirements for a license is 21 plus. For an education, it is recommended that the parents have at least a high school diploma.
Before your child is born, it is required that both parents should indulge in classes that teach how to care for a child and the tips and tricks of raising one.
These classes can be located at your local hospital.
Some classes you can take, for example, are the LeMays class, where women learn various simple coping strategies, breathing and movement techniques, and different ways to comfort themselves during childbirth.
These classes can be located at your local hospital.
Some classes you can take, for example, are the LeMays class, where women learn various simple coping strategies, breathing and movement techniques, and different ways to comfort themselves during childbirth.
We took a class where we both learned how to do CPR on a baby.
That's a great example of a class that you should learn to protect your child.
I learned how to put a diaper on a baby.
Good for you. Now that we've talked about the requirements for licenses and parenting classes, let's talk about prenatal care for the mother. 1.
It is very important that the mama gets the care she needs before having the baby. An unhealthy lifestyle can bring birth defects to the baby.
Prenatal vitamins are strongly recommended during pregnancy to give the right amount of nutrients needed for both the mother and the baby to help development and prevent birth defects.
Yeah. Prenatal care is vital for the care of the baby. It's where the doctors can figure out if the baby has any diseases and whether it's healthy or not.
Prenatal examinations are very important. Physical examinations generally consist of collection of the mother's medical history, checking the mother's blood pressure, and checking the mother's height, weight, blood, and urine tests. Pelvic exams and discussion with the caregiver.
Good nutrition during pregnancy is very important for the baby to grow and develop. The mother should consume about 300 or more calories or more than the calories she consumed before being pregnant.
I'm really nervous about having a baby. Should I have a C-section or have it vaginally?
Personally, I think that you should have a C-section. Even though it'll cost more money, it'll be less painful.
A C-section is where the doctors give the mother anesthetic and make a slit under the belly button and pull the baby out of the uterus.
Yeah, C-section sounds good.
Thanks.
The doctors at the hospital will have the skills necessary to deliver a baby and save it in case of...
Aren't cheap. They require clothing, diapers, a crib, formulas, a room, blanket, nursing items, pacifiers, and health insurance.
And it doesn't stop there. The parents have to pay for the rest of the lives until they're 18, maybe even after that. They have to pay for education and everything they need until then.
There's a lot to know about taking care of baby in emergencies.
Yeah, like to not freak out when something happens.
You cradle the baby and let it know to stop it from crying and let it know everything is fine. It's important to show the baby you're not scared, or else it'll get even more frightened.
Yes, that is true. But it's also important to baby-proof your house. You don't want to let the baby put something in its mouth and choke.
Also, you don't want it to fall off any surfaces or hurt itself, so that's another good reason.
You might want to find some more information on the internet.
You probably already know how to take care of your baby from parenting classes that you took.
In your class, they teach you about first aid, but if you want to go in depth, you can search it up on the internet.
Thanks. I think that we have the information